Hi, this is week 7, day 2 of Pilgrim Returns, and I'm with harpist Dan Levitan, who is a harpist all around the San Francisco Bay Area. And Dan, you play in the Santa Rosa Symphony, the San Francisco Symphony?
Santa Rosa Symphony, Marin Symphony, and Symphony San Jose is what they call it now. It was being called Symphony Silicon Valley, and it was a replacement orchestra for San Jose Symphony.
And so you go all the way from the North Bay to the South Bay.
Right.
And you live in the East Bay, right?
And I live in Fremont, right, which is in East Bay. Correct. Right. I'm all over the place.
Okay.
I've been playing in San Francisco Opera. I played their fall 2021 season. And they just yesterday, nobody knows this, now you know it, they just asked me to play May and June for their 2022 opera, Dream of the Red Chamber.
Oh, nice.
So I got to make sure I can do it. I haven't marked it in the calendar yet.
And you always play the San Francisco Ballet. I know I've heard you in the Nutcracker because you played that solo, the Tchaikovsky solo.
But I did the Nutcracker for many, many years. I really enjoy playing the Nutcracker. I know many musicians don't like playing the Nutcracker, but I always enjoy it.
It's great music.
Oh, it's great
music.
It's wonderful music.
Yeah.
The harp gets to show off quite a bit.
You get to show off a lot.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. And it's never easy to play the part. It's always
it's a challenge.
Oh, sure. I've played it many times, so I know it very well. But
you have to work it up.
Not anymore.
I
would always look at it first before I go in, but no, all these years, no, I don't have to sit and practice hours like I did when I first learned it.
Do you practice it all these days?
Oh, absolutely.
You do? Good.
Yes, it doesn't happen on its own.
Okay, so I've been asking this to a lot of people. What's like the weirdest thing that's happened on stage to you?
The weirdest thing?
Like your harp falling over or someone dropping their instrument on your foot or what?
I'd say the weirdest thing that's happened is someone either in the orchestra, and this is more the choir, someone in the choir passing out during a performance.
Oh, up on the riser.
Up on one of the risers.
You know why that happens? I've seen that a couple of times. Because people stand.
Yes.
And they lock their legs.
They lock their legs.
And then they pass out.
That happens, or they don't eat properly,
Okay.
or it's too hot. But what's weird about it is not just seeing it. What's weird to me is that we don't stop the performance, help the person, and then go back somewhere and then continue the performance. I mean, it's
just another singer.
Yeah, somebody's down. Don't worry about it. The show has to go on. It's like,
medic.
I can't enjoy the show. I want to, let's help this person. They need some help. Then we can continue the beautiful music.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the weirdest thing for me.
Yeah. Okay. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
All right. And when did you start?
Start playing the harp?
Yeah.
You mean today?
No.
No, I'm just kidding. No. Yeah, just 5 minutes ago. I started.
Pretty good for 5 minutes.
5 minutes. 50 years ago.
You've been playing for 50 years.
50 years. The amazing thing is I'm only 36. No, that's not true. Yeah, I've been playing for 50 years.
You and Benjamin Button going backwards.
Wouldn't that be something?
Okay, so I've written just a few things because, harp is different than a lot of other instruments in that it has a lot of really cool techniques. The normal playing is slightly arpeggiated. So I wrote some nice rich chords here. Dan's going to play them slowly.
Here we go. Wow, what a nice sound, right? Next one?
Yep, just go right through. First couple of chords you heard were open chords. They had space between the notes. This chord that you just played has a low note and then a cluster of notes at the top. So play it and then do the roll, but a quick roll at the top. Do that again, it's so pretty. And then here's another widely spaced chord, the next chord.
You want me to play it?
The B minor one.
Yeah. You want me to play it just like I played the other one? Okay, sure. Right. And then go on?
Yeah, now these are closely voiced chords, and they're the kind of things that stay in the middle range, and they're kind of accompanimental. So yeah, how would you maybe play them twice each, just like?
Want me to play it unbroken or rolled more?
Just try it unbroken.
Unbroken.
Play them all unbroken.
Unbroken? Sure.
Now slightly broken, and start again.
Right here? Okay, sure. And another one? Or
Beautiful. Now, this is called dry, secco, a very dry playing. So I just want clink, as though you were like with a... Try this one.
Okay. Drier. I can certainly do that. Okay.
Now try doing this jung, 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 like a rite of spring rhythm there. That's pretty cool sound.
So we can do that, sure.
Yeah. All right, so now here's a little two-handed playing with some independence between the two hands. So this is just a little ostinato, shows the left hand doing an ostinato part. Nice. So what's really easy to play on the harp?
That's easy.
So a lot of people don't know this, but he's got that open to C major. Why don't we do a whole tone tuning?
Okay.
Where you do,
Sure.
So it's only C's and D's, E's, F sharps, G sharps,
right.
B flat.
I got it. That's exactly what I was going to do.
Yeah.
We were reading each other's minds.
Classic Hollywood dream sequence.
All of a sudden, all your archangels appear, right? And you're safe
the
for the
whole
rest
tone.
of your day.
All right, let's do an interesting scale tuning. Let's do this. A C, a D flat, an E, an F sharp, G natural, A natural, B flat, and C.
Okay.
Let's do
You
that.
want a gliss?
Yeah, maybe just a slow scale, like.
A slow scale?
Like,
You want to start on the C?
do a little faster. Yeah. That's what's cool about the harp. Something I find very cool is that you can create a scale.
Right.
And then you can just arpeggiate on that scale. So it creates a tonal picture.
Absolutely.
Yeah, do you have any?
This is
half diminished chord. Beautiful.
It's the very beginning.
Debussy.
It's Debussy.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Afternoon of a Fawn or Prawn. No, Afternoon of a Fawn. Yeah.
Order, I'll have a waiter,
so
I'll have a prawn.
And then it goes into that B flat 7.
Do it again,
chord.
one more time, because
Okay.
I'm speaking. Ready?
Yeah. Beautiful sound.
You know what? Debussy was a good writer for the harp.
Oh,
wasn't
absolutely. And Ravel. It's just.
he? I think they were in love with the instruments because, both of them write so well. That piece for harp, viola, and flute, is that what it is?
Yeah.
The trio.
The trio. Yeah.
it's
I'm
great.
going to be playing at the end of April, as a matter of fact.
Really, and that's Debussy's trio for harp, viola, and flute. Great piece.
It's a
I love
beautiful
that
piece.
Yeah. So tell me about your early teachers and what you feel how important teachers are to you.
Teachers can be so important because they give you, at least I feel that they can give you an appreciation for music. They can give you a love for music. They can give you a foundation for music. But the most important thing is the love of music and the appreciation of music.
You know, I really agree with what you're saying because when I used to teach, I always felt like, aside from the technical and the selection of the music and keeping them on track,
Right.
that my job was to remind them of how cool music is.
Exactly.
Get them excited about it.
Exactly.
And to maintain their enthusiasm. Because when you're working, I mean, you've been playing for 50 years, right?
50 years.
So you have a natural enthusiasm.
Oh, yeah.
And but if you're a young person or you're just starting out, you need that encouragement, and you want to be reminded how much fun it is.
Exactly.
And that it's worth the effort.
It's worth it's worth the effort.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Right.
And in order to put the work into it, there has to be a reason to do it.
There has to be a payoff. But the
Yeah.
thing that I've found about music, and you can tell me if you think this is true, that music is fair. If you put the time in, you get it back, right? Music is not unfair. Like, if you work at it, you will improve, right?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Especially if you're working on music that's good music too, which yours is, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is. It's always worth it. But I've had to play many pieces of music where I think, why am I doing this? I don't want to be doing this,
Yeah, like banging your head against the wall.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I try. Well, yeah.
But most pieces of music are worth it.
Yeah, they're worth the effort.
Yeah, they're worth
and even
it.
if you only play it once,
Yes,
you've learned something from that. Like,
exactly.
Like, I've written pieces that, maybe they're not worth doing a second time, but I learned what the weakness was, and so I took that learning into the next piece.
Absolutely.
Yeah, an aspiring harpist, because it's not like the most popular instrument.
Well, it is. Well, it isn't the most popular instrument, but there are. I mean, when I started playing, there were many fewer harpists than there are now. There are many more harpists now than when I started.
So you see young people.
Oh, absolutely. And the level of playing is going up and up and up and up, which is a good thing. It's a very good thing. But I do have a few students right now. There, one of them is he was just 17. He has an instrument that looks like mine.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even start till I was 15. I didn't get an instrument like this until I was in my 20s.
So it's like a $20,000, $30,000?
$60,000 replacement. I couldn't sell my harps for that because they're not new.
But you can get a beginner's harp for $10K maybe?
Yeah. You can get a beginner's harp. Yeah, for much less.
Yeah.
But it won't have the gold on it. It won't necessarily be a concert grand.
It won't.
But this is actually called a pedal harp. It's
pedal harp.
Yeah, it's a concert grand pedal harp.
But it has the mechanisms here.
Right.
And why don't you shift it so we can see the action there? So this is what is played in the symphony orchestra, and you'll see these little mechanisms, and they change the tuning. So maybe demonstrate one.
I just want to say one more thing about a chromatic harp. A chromatic harp is a harp that has two sets of strings that cross in the middle.
Egads.
Yes, egads is right. I've never played on one. Yes, that's exactly right.
Avoid the chromatic harp.
Yeah, right. That's why I was saying it's a pedal harp, because we only have one set of strings.
So Dan,
we have 7 pedals at the bottom of the instrument,
and they each of those pedals changes this by a half step, right?
They change whatever string it is. My foot is on the D pedal, the far left. I can have a D flat. Everything is D flat if I play a D string. If I move the pedal down once to the natural position, everything is D natural. If I move the pedal all the way down to the sharp position, everything is D sharp.
Okay, so show the actual mechanism. Just point to it right where it's...
Here it is. It's close. Even up here.
Okay.
Here's the discs.
Do it quick.
Are open.
Do it quick. So you see that? Those two. Okay,
you
do it
can
again.
See them open. This is flat, and then natural, and then sharp. And that's the D string.
And those little mechanisms are either adding more tension or reducing tension on the strings.
They're actually shortening and lengthening the strings.
Okay.
This is an excerpt from the Ravel Introduction to Allegro. It's the cadenza.